Hi everyone!
Hey Matt, hello.
Welcome to our stream.
Hey everybody.
This is us playing Horizon Forbidden West again, and we have our second guest dev on the stream today. Welcome, Dennis.
Thank you, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself?
I can. So I'm Dennis Micka, and I'm a world designer at Guerrilla Games for almost 5 years now, and I'm a world activity designer to be precise. And a world activity is basically not a main quest, side quest, or end quest, so anything besides that. So cauldrons and salvage contracts, relic ruins, gauntlet, arena, and I'm the guy who did the side cauldrons, so not Gemini or Tau, but Mu, Iota, Chi, and Kappa.
Awesome.
And I co-designed the salvage contracts.
Yeah.
So we'll be playing some cauldrons today.
Yeah, we're gonna play some cauldrons today, and we left off a little bit under-leveled for both of the ones that we're gonna do today, so we might have to do like some side stuff in between.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna answer like a lot of questions from the chat today. Oh,
Already pulling the controller out. Great start.
Controller is disconnected, it's fine. And in between I'm gonna just say hi to some of the people in the chat. Hello GamePod, SkyEye, our mod, and hello Raptor. Welcome, Alana. Crystals, hey, nice to see you here.
Thanks, Santo. If there's any question for me specifically,
Yeah.
shout out. Let me know and I'll
Yeah,
try
we
to
both
answer it.
can see the chat, so you can just put any questions in the chat, and we will try to answer them.
Yes.
Let's go to gameplay so we can see what we're gonna play today.
All right. So Anna and Chante left off with a level 14 Aloy. Recommended level for Cauldron MU is 18.
Yes.
It's based on the highest level machine, which is the spoiler, the Shellwalker, which will be a mid boss here. So let's see how we'll how this will be going. Yeah, let's
We're gonna
fast travel towards MU.
Yes. I got like 10 fast travel tech packs before we started.
Thank you,
so at
thank
least
you.
we have some-
Should be needing them because we can fast travel from cauldrons anyway. So this is my favorite path to find MU because you have almost a straight line towards it. It's close to the road, very easy to find.
Yeah.
And this is also funny story. Hey, hello hoppers. This is also the first cauldron I ever made for Guerrilla. And the fun story here is that when I joined Guerrilla at first, the world team at least, I basically asked my lead, Flores, to do cauldrons, and his first answer was, I'm not sure. Because cauldrons were such a big thing for Guerrilla.
Yeah.
And I was just joining Guerrilla, and he hasn't seen anything of my work yet. And at some point, I was allowed to make one as a proof, basically. To show me what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's Cauldron MU.
Oh,
Not
okay.
exactly this, because at first I made it way too big. I'm a bit infamous for making stuff too big and too large, and players only have X amount of attention for a level. And I was super, super excited to make big levels,
Yeah.
almost Zelda complexity.
Yeah.
But Zelda dungeons aren't a thing for Horizon. So it's a different game.
Yeah.
So already,
Yeah, but the cauldrons are like such a big,
they're already quite big.
super
And
iconic.
already
for
screwing this up. I was trying to be sneaky. So I was already
This
warning
is
you.
always how I'm going in, like trying to do the stealthy way, but
I'm
then
super bad at talking and game at the same time. So let's see.
I'm gonna have a first encounter already.
Quite a large group of guards. This is always the heavy attack is always the best on these guys.
The chat is winning.
Alright, great.
Nice.
So much for being stealthy. Almost died. Super tempted to just skip them. Just run inside the cauldron.
Yeah. But it's also good practice, and like
Oh, yes.
maybe we get some extra XP and
This is true.
actually be able to level
And
up this time.
Not very promising for the shells on the side. I'm already having such trouble. Oh, leave me alone, please. So it's a good thing to loot those repair pots, otherwise they heal the machines nearby. Where did you come from? Let's see what kind of weapons you guys have.
Oh yeah. We were also saying last time that we were playing that we were gonna buy better weapons because right now we only have like the green weapons and unupgraded. So
it's good to see if we can do this with low level aliens.
yes.
Oh, nice. I'm so gonna die. Already wasting all our berries.
Nice.
Oops. If there's any questions, by the way, Anna?
Let me check the third one, right?
Read them for me.
I really love that people are saying that they like the kangaroos.
Oh yes, glorious. All right, take that.
Kangaroos be
That's
like
all.
that.
More stuff to loot.
Hey Shante.
Oh, hey Shantae.
Shante is saying have fun.
Thanks, Shantae. Enjoy your holiday. Let's make sure to have some berries before we go in, because we all know once inside the Cauldron, you're locked inside. Do you guys have a valor surge? Unlocked? You do, right.
Which one do we have?
Oh, the health
the
one.
health
Right.
one, yeah.
So wasting it right now. I was just curious.
I think we have two. I think we got two last time.
Right.
I'm not really sure which one. I remember that in my. Did you play the whole game at home as well? Or?
Funny story.
still
Yeah, funny story. I started playing it because I was super hyped to see the final game, especially the cinematics. Because at work we were given some time to play the game.
Yeah.
And I didn't play it during work because I wanted to enjoy it as a gamer.
Yeah, of course.
But now I have it. When it came out, I started, and after 25 hours, I think, I stopped playing because I think it was too soon for me. After 4.5 years of Horizon, of development at least, I felt I needed a break. So I'm 25 hours in. But,
Yeah,
I still need to continue. All right, Cauldron MU. Here we go.
Should be able to hack this open.
So Cauldron MU was, for me at least, what I had in mind as the designer, was to make, to basically repeat what Cauldrons were in the first game. So not do any crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So just, like a repetitive exercise. Just,
Very recognizable for
yeah,
players who already played the game.
Team-wise and design-wise, super linear in that way.
Yeah.
Because later Cauldrons, like IOTA or Chi or Kappa, I tried breaking the formula a bit.
Yeah.
So Cauldrons are basically you find them, you enter them, you traverse them, you get to the core, defeat the boss, hack the core, and that's it. And then for later Cauldrons, I tried to break that formula. It's kind of what the Eclipse Cauldron also did in Zero Dawn. You try to break the players' expectations, because that creates a surprise and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, before this.
It's a really nice entrance.
Yeah, before continuing. This used to be a death pit. I had way too many deaths in Cauldrons. So we do a lot of playtesting. And we have dozens dozen kinds of telemetry, like player deaths and fast travel and stuff, how they die, where they die, and I got lots of deaths in Cauldrons because I had lots of death pits.
Yeah.
And understandably, if you see this,
you're like, let me jump in.
Yeah, there were lots of players that were like, oh, I probably need to go down, and then they jumped in and killed themselves straight away. So I at some point I have to close it off. And to me, as a designer, this is super clear. Like, there's climbables up there. They move and they breathe almost. There's even a quest marker, but still for some players, and I also understand that if you see this for the first time,
Yeah.
they jump straight down,
Yeah. It's like,
adding
that's
to my
right.
death count.
Yeah, someone says, can't play them, I would do the same.
These in Forbidden West and Zero Dawn were originally, I think, grayish, and then Gary, the Cauldron guy, who sadly left Guerrilla, really wanted to make him orange and red to make him stand out.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Right.
it looks super nice.
Yes.
I see a lot of people like make pictures in the photo mode as well from like
The cables are
those
super iconic.
corridors because
sure.
of like also the triangle shapes everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. All right, this is our way in.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to have a spectacular way in,
Yeah.
and that's either by rappelling or ziplining, for example.
That's cool.
And rappelling, I felt, was already done a lot in Zero Dawn, so I went for the zipline.
Nice.
Right, let's go.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Here we go again.
I love the music here as well. It's
Yes,
really
they
nice.
did a great job on the music. It's also super funny because when we're making this, the music is usually done at the tail ends of the project.
Yeah.
So for me, it was also super nice to finally have the music in there.
Yeah. See that come together. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
fantastic. All right.
Someone has a question actually.
Mhm.
JRex1995 is asking, what is your most frustrating cauldron despite how gorgeous they are?
My own cauldron, I guess. Frustrating cauldron.
Yeah. Or like most difficult.
All right. To be super frank here, I was the most insecure about Cauldron Kappa because Cauldron Kappa was the water one, and it's the one where I felt I was pushing the player too much. Like looping around through the cauldron several times. You revisit the core 3 times in total, and with that one I was really trying to redesign what cauldrons could be, and for me it was super uncharted territory, unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
Like it's the one farthest away from this one, which is basically the standard one, the safe option.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I would have to say Kappa. I'm not sure if it really answers the question, but that way it's
Nice.
yeah. All right, let's continue this guy.
Someone is saying it was great for that reason.
Thank you.
The water level puzzle was a great twist. Nice.
I tried. All right, so if we land here in Cauldron MU, and if we look back, which you might or might not have done, this will be parts of the level we'll visit. Will be there in a couple of minutes. So it's basically reusing the space for optimal use. And this is also one of my pitfalls as a designer, at least at the start. I was really trying to reuse the space a lot. And as I said before, players have an X amount of attention. And if you keep looping the player around in the same area, attention drops. And then excitement drops as well.
Okay.
You kind of flatten that curve of excitement.
Yeah.
So at some point, the directors and the game director asked me to shorten the start of the cauldron, of this cauldron at least, because it was just way too long. Let me first kill these guys here.
Are you normally going in more stealthy? Or
I try
like-
to, yeah.
Okay, I kind of have the same approach at least,
Uh-huh.
but then most of the time I end up just going.
This is interesting. I try to be super spectacular about it. Oh, all right. Yeah, these weapons aren't really strong.
No.
This is gonna be super,
Yeah.
super challenging with the Shell Walker. Yeah, be warned, I'm gonna call a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't played this, best stop watching now and then. Did I
Spoilers
already do this
for
guy?
basically all the cauldrons,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spoil a lot.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes, currently you walk this ramp up here and then get drawn to this switch that opens the bridge towards the next part of the level. But previously, I loop the player around. So this ramp wasn't here before,
Mm-hmm.
and then the only way forward was through here, and then behind these plates there was a little cave bit that loops around in a loop. I'm still using the space for loot, by the way, so I'm also gonna try to find all my treasure chests. I was allowed to hide X amount for economic reasons.
Yeah.
I can't give super many
No, don't put like treasure chests everywhere.
everywhere. I wanted to
And
do
it's a
that, but
loot Cauldron.
I was given an X amount to
Yeah.
hide. So you would go in here, go to the cavey bit, and then you would exit here. This is all being closed off by art. But this for me was the most logical bits to cut if I had to shorten that first part, because the game director really wanted to get the player to see the core bit very quickly.
Yeah.
Because now the quest is find the core, and it just took way too long at the
Okay.
start, at least.
It's always good to have extra.
And as you can see, there's a small grapple point here for another chest. This was part of a second route. I had 2 routes before, but the second route just didn't really fell quite right.
Yeah.
You could climb up here and then climb across. But I wanted the players to experience that cool Temple Bridge for the first time, or potentially for the first time, because the first 2 cauldrons you can do are Tau and Mu, so this one or the main quest one. And the Tendril Bridge is a super cool set piece. So I didn't want players to miss this cool set piece. Although you can just jump off the edge and then grapple there anyway, but it's super inviting to hack this, the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a dead end. On purpose, because I wanted to make the Cauldron feel bigger than the gameplay space, because I wanted to.
I'll have to find a
Cauldrons
different path.
aren't just the gameplay space; it's also a bigger facility.
A whole network of
A whole
like
network,
little,
So
that's
this
nice.
hopefully gives the impression that Cauldrons are huge, and we only get to traverse this small bit of it.
Yeah.
Cauldron MU is the biggest Cauldron, by the way. After this one, I was told to make them smaller.
A little bit smaller.
Yeah, because Cauldrons are expensive.
Yeah.
Artist needs to go in at some point, then he get a sip.
Sure.
Art up the entire Cauldron. Lighting artists need to light up the entire Cauldron.
Yeah.
It isn't
It's a
just
lot
me
of work.
that makes the Cauldron. It's a lot of
So
people.
many people work
So
on
many
it.
people. So
Yeah.
there, so many different departments. And I believe it's Gary, the guy from art back then at least,
Yeah.
who said after this one, Dennis, please tell me this is going to be the biggest
The
Cauldron.
biggest one, yeah.
Let's make this the max size. Otherwise, we're
Hamster.
gonna have problems.
Hamsterfest 98 is asking what is it like to play something you've designed.
Oddly satisfying.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of
Yeah.
these Cauldrons. I'm super proud to work at Guerrilla and to.
It must be nice to be able to like to see it from like an
Yeah.
idea and actually like see it
They're my
become this
babies.
whole project. Yeah.
They're my babies.
Have so many people work on it as well. And,
Yeah,
help
for
out
sure.
with the
And
project.
they're great to work on.
Yep.
And yeah, it's humbling. Actually, I've played these levels, I think 5,000 times each. I should be able to climb up here, right? Yep. Otherwise, I could have used the grapple point.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy them.
Nice.
Again, a bit behind the scenes stuff. Previously, in my earlier versions, this is also made in an effort to make the start of the Cauldron a bit shorter. This ramp wasn't here, and the way for to continue was down and then up a vent. It wasn't that special. That's why this was made into a little loot room.
Yeah.
We kept the room intact, but we just pulled out the vent and created a ramp here. So for people that want to explore, there's loot down there. Like me, I like to explore.
Yes. I see someone saying they spent 3 hours in this cauldron. So I'm guessing they found all the loot in all the little
I hope
little
that they didn't get
spaces.
stuck in those 3 hours,
Yeah.
or stuck a lot at least.
Maybe they got stuck playing photo mode or like
Yeah,
taking
that's
so
me
many
playing
pictures.
Horizon. Yeah. I think at least 5 hours of the 25 hours I played was in photo mode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's the reason why there's a door, because I didn't want to spoil the goodness behind us. Usually doors have a reason. It's either to not spoil what's behind them or to draw attention, because they have a big hackable light. More machines.
Damn. More
Exactly,
machines.
anyway. There's also a super fun part of being a
Catch
designer.
roast
You
to
can,
get close.
at least in the first pass, you can add the callouts. Alo will be saying,
okay.
you think Alo should be saying,
Yeah.
and then later on when writing goes in, they Alo-fy the
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
the lines, because usually the designer callouts are Aloy sees this,
Yeah, yeah,
Aloy
yeah.
thinks she should do this.
Yeah, just to give like players a little bit of tip to
Exactly, yeah.
nice, yeah.
And then later writing comes in to Alo-fy them.
Yeah.
Hiding behind the shield.
Smart.
Sneaky, sneaky. So the purpose of this room was to introduce these guys. No, the energy shields, that's not their name. We're calling them conveyors at least. I thought they were scannable. Because later on you need them as well. So this is basically an introductory room.
What's next?
Let's grab some healing stuff. It's 2 ways up. This is the original way, and then later when the grapple points were introduced, I placed a grapple point as well,
Oh yeah.
because playtesters did overlook this a bit,
Oh, okay.
even though they're a bit hidden.
Yeah, you come from a different side, so
Indeed,
you might
yeah.
not always see it.
And the reason why I have them on this side, because you can, as a designer, you can play with how players climb on top stuff. So at least they face this way now. There's a big block, but this has been a bit changed since the design, but it's super cool anyway. So these things point away. Oh yeah, these rails are also. Oh, he's back. He's back. There
Not
you go.
hiding anymore.
No.
That was a mistake.
Okay.
Ooh,
I thought I
nice.
fell.
Oh.
Oh, I dropped. Totally my bad.
I remember the first time when I found out you could actually jump on those things. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool. I can just ride around the whole
They
town.
they were in Zero Dawn as well, but
Yeah.
these are redesigned because in Zero Dawn they were more like flying crates, like literally flying crates.
Yeah.
So one of the first things we did is redesign this thing to be more droney, like self.
It's like a spaceship.
Yeah,
almost.
self-propelled drone thing. So the
Yeah.
the parts they're holding, this one isn't holding anything because it's random.
Yeah.
But they're holding transporting machine parts.
Oh, okay.
And in Zero Dawn they were literally buckets or crates with machine parts in them. But the machine parts really felt like part of the bucket entity almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's which
yeah.
is a big hump of metal
Okay, yeah.
flying through
This
space.
is more like visually interesting.
Yeah, they didn't even have pads for something. So Cauldrons have the anti-grav magic pads,
Yeah.
like these two, but the ones in Zero Dawn didn't have them at all. I think we're unlucky with machine parts. So it's
No machine parts today.
yeah. Either it's
It's
really
already
random.
built.
So March and Matuszczuk from Interactive Objects added this this mechanic where the drone would.
Looks like this is where I get off.
Oh, let's drop before the shield, otherwise it
Let's
gets
get
up.
past this shield.
Where the drone physics would work. So if you jump on, the drones would do this, lean towards Aloy's,
yeah.
shift towards Aloy's weight,
Yeah.
which is really cool and it makes it feel more alive.
Yeah.
These guys are also back from Forbidden West. They're a bit of janitors, I think. They also help to bring in more life into more motion, more
Yeah.
moving stuff into the Cauldron. And I'm not sure how many players know this, but there's a climbable wall here with loot,
Oh,
so we can.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's right on.
Smart little health mushroom placement. Ah.
Not just this, there's also a
Ready
crate.
for anything now?
And this is also a leftover of that was once the main path.
Okay.
In earlier versions, you would only get a peek through, like a peek, see through the shield to see the core.
Yeah.
And then the main path would be up here, and then another zip line that brings you into the next room. And then from that room, you would loop back into the the canyon. I always call it the canyon. It's canyon-y.
Yeah.
So that's what we call it. But again, that was also cut because we needed to shorten that first part of the cauldron.
Yeah.
And then when you pass this,
Someone's saying, no, I missed that loot. Time to go back.
To the back of this corridor. That
yeah,
has to
sadly
be
you
the
cannot re-enter cauldrons. Oh, look at those hoppers. I wanted to call them hippers. Hoppers. Hopper
Lead
cross.
pleasure.
Yeah, it's super missable, but they're super. If you see them, it's super cool. I think.
Yeah. This
Can
is a
already
really nice
see-
scene. Like it looks super like cinematic.
Yeah, for sure. And it's all. I like how this is framing the core because, of course, it has a big triangle,
Yeah.
neon triangle around it. But that's the core. That's where we need to go. And let's see, I think there's loot here as well. Yeah. And also in earlier versions, I had a bridge here as well. So and there would be loot there. And if you miss that loot, you could hack the bridge to get back there. But the problem I then created is that some players thought that this was the main path again, and then they started looping back to the space they already were in. So let's drop here.
I should be able to climb these vents if I time it right.
Right, thanks Ava. So this is the first moving vent. There's also a reason why we cut that one vent in the room earlier, because it was just too many vents and they should feel special, and if you give the player too many of the same things, it starts to feel a bit more unspecial. This hallway with loot used to be part of the main path. So this would be the way you enter that canyon.
Yeah.
And this is the pad where you drop onto from the zipline. So this is the room we were in before.
Someone's saying, I'm much higher level now, but I'm still terrified of lead pleasures. Yeah,
They're super aggressive.
It's also because you meet them like so early in the game, and they
just
still
punch you.
are, like really hard.
This is the zipline we used to get into Cauldron, and this is where we landed. As I showed before, this is... yeah, so we're trying to reuse, well, not reuse, to make smart
These
use
vents should get me
of the
across.
space you're in, so it
Yeah.
feels bigger than it actually is. It is huge, by the way. But
Danish Prince is asking to Dennis, what is your favorite Cauldron to have worked with?
it's like asking me to
Your
pick my
favorite
favorites.
child.
Yeah. Must be IOTA, the spoiler tonic one, because it's just so grandiose. It's the payoff of that cauldron is so big. It almost doesn't matter what I did to get to the ending, but it's super rewarding.
Nice. Yeah, that's the
Um,
one we're gonna play later.
Yeah,
today.
yeah, we have 2 hours, right?
Yeah, we're like half an hour
Oh,
in, so
right.
you're fine. You're fine on time.
We've got enough time. Right. This is also a funny story. So originally, well, the main path is still across these beams, across the chasm. So you have a nice view of the deadly electrical fields and the wrecking arm over there, the
Yeah.
moving arm, and the core, hopefully. But we extended this when the glider came in. So with game development, it's organic, right? So stuff gets added all the time.
Yeah.
When I designed this and also IOTA, we didn't have a glider or a shield wing. Sorry, glider is the development name. And then suddenly you could skip stuff of the cauldron.
Oh yeah.
And at first I wasn't really happy with it because I intended players to climb across the chasm
Yeah.
using these climbables.
Oh, okay.
But now we at some point facilitated the shield wing part, so
Yeah.
you could.
It's nice that people get the option now. It's like
Exactly, yeah, that's also
to
nice.
explore in the way that they want, because it's quite like you can see that you can climb here, but then
Yeah, the climb path is a super obvious one.
yeah.
And kind of need to wait for this thing to come off.
Yeah, someone is saying the first time I played this Cauldron, I used the handhelds. I forgot about the shield wing. Yeah,
As I intended.
we've all been there, and this is also a really nice shot of you.
That's what
make
I
that
thought as
jump.
well, yeah. And this also put you close towards the rail. These things are also new in Horizon Forbidden West because we wanted to. If you look back to Zero Dawn, the cauldrons were static-ish. Not a lot of things were moving, so we wanted to give these cauldrons way more life, more moving stuff, because cauldrons are machine producing facilities, so there should be stuff moving and making machine parts and transporting machine parts. These are actually machine plates that are being transported, and the rails always tend to point the player towards the core, so it's super subliminal, but we're trying to, all the machine parts go to the core, because that's where machines are, the boss machines, or machines in general are fabricated, so all the parts move towards the core. Dramatic slow-mo.
Always nice. I love those in Zero Dawn, and I still love them. So
The
so
slow-mos
much.
are good.
Yeah.
You have a nice peek of the way forward. I love these arms, they're really cool, but also really hard to work with. Again, Martin did a great job on the arms. We'll be traversing in a bit. So I wonder if this is the way forward. Let's go.
We'll find out soon.
Again, more effort to bring more life to the cauldron.
Yeah.
So this thing is operating stuff around the corner. We didn't get to operate animate the arm, sadly, but it at least implies it's doing something. Because at some point you need to set priorities in development, right? Are we going to animate this random arm in the cauldron, or are we going to polish different animations? Steep climb. And this is framed this way, in such a way that you see the wrecking arm. I'm not actually sure what the final name is. Manufacturing arm, okay. Development name was wrecking arm. Moving stuff around. And also with these cauldrons, we try to, like I said, we try to add more manufacturing machines, and we try to not play all our cards in a single cauldron. So we made a couple of new machinery, like the manufacturing arms and the frame smelters we'll see in IOTA, 3D printers, and maybe there's a fourth I can't remember. But we didn't want to play all our cards, so we, when we were theming the cauldrons, we also used these manufacturing machines as part of the theme. And this really is the manufacturing arm cauldron, like the canister cauldron, basically.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
theme-wise,
really nice to just look at them and what they're doing. And
mesmerizing. Right?
yeah, it's very cool.
It's actually doing stuff. So it puts canisters in, comes out there, it mixes them, and then gives it back to be put back into the floor. Bye. And gives it back. Yes.
Nice.
Really well done by Martin.
Very cool. Yeah, like you said, that makes it feel so much more alive and like.
Yeah,
like you're
cauldrons
actually-
aren't lore-wise made for humans, so we try to make them more like actual factories where humans aren't supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
This one is a bit of a trap. So if you're greedy and want to grab this, you get punished for your greed by this little guy.
I'll take you on.
These always work really well, the melee. Right? Oh, let me take this.
Nice. Let me see if I can find
Jumping
some
onto
questions
that
for
arm
you.
should be easy enough.
Someone's asking, did you come up with the Cauldron themes after designing them gameplay-wise, or was it a mix?
Theming came before, because in pre-production,
So far, so good. Now I just
in
need to
pre-production
jump
you
off
kind
the
of try to, okay, let me just first jump off here. There's actually multiple ways of jumping off. And there's this little bit here, and there's a thing on the right and on the left. So you basically have 3 ways to jump off. And I like to use this one for some reason. Maybe also the fastest one. But yeah, theming comes first. So when you build the cauldrons, Theming is a big part of the design, so you design around the theme. Yeah, we tried some stuff. So this one is we always call it the biofuel cauldron because there's biofuel in these things, or the electricity cauldron, and the IOTA was the Tone cauldron because everything was made about this guy. Chi was the creepy, scary cauldron, overgrown and broken, or not broken, defunct, breaking down cauldron. And Kappa is obviously the water one, but it starts with theming, yeah. Originally I had a combat encounter here, like I think another mink or a hopper, but the space was just too small in the end. It's also nice to give the player a bit of a breather.
Yeah,
after
especially when you see like a shell walker
exactly.
there.
Yeah,
it's like, oh no.
That's exactly the reason why there's a shield here, because you already get this see-through to the next next chamber.
Yeah.
And then maybe the obvious route down is this door, right? But there's also a little vent thing on the left, so you got two routes into the next room.
Okay.
Also to give the player some option.
Yeah.
And I always like to use the left one because the positions you behind the mink, so you can Batman stealth, vent stealth kill the.
Oh yeah,
the
so
machine.
you could have already like strategized from here because you look into the room and there's like a little.
It's a bit hard to see with the lighting, but cauldrons are a bit dark and moody. I'm gonna down anyway for some loot. There's obviously some loot here. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the door, even though it's the most obvious way.
Someone is saying you punish them for being greedy. I say loot with bonus spicy loot.
Yes, I like that. Already starting crouching. And this is me trying to draw attention to the vent.
Yeah.
It's a bit obscured by the cables, but it's.
Yeah.
I like the cables. But there's some. This was already kind of pointing towards this way, and then we have this light over there.
Nice.
There's actually a lot of clues, but only for those
if
who look farther than the main path. Further.
Someone is saying, Crystal is saying, I still haven't recovered from the clamber jaws jump scare.
Yes, as intended. Yeah, I'm super inspired by, as a gamer, I love horror games. So I pitched this horror cauldron super early on.
Yeah.
At least needed a jump scare there.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear it worked out.
It worked.
Yes.
Everybody was terrified.
And especially in games like Horizon, you don't expect a jump scare, I think.
Definitely not.
So that's why when it hits extra hard, when you don't expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also need to have a bit of fun like a designer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, let me wait for the stealth kill for a couple seconds, otherwise the shell walker sees me immediately. I also brimming with expectation.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Lizzie Poo is saying this little tunnel was the best weapon to kill the machines here.
Yeah, so it gives you a free min kill. Sorry, burrower. Yep, again, without the names.
Yeah.
It's hardwired.
Yeah.
Super hard to unlearn after using the words.
For years.
Yeah. And then you can get. Oh no! I was trying so hard.
It's got in that container.
Alright. They're shock resistant, so I'm not gonna use shock. Okay.
Sneaky.
I'm not sure if I should go for the vent. Or this is actually fine. Can I stealth kill him? Yes. At least hit him hard. I like shell walkers. I think shell walkers are my favorite machines. And they're the perfect cauldron machine because they're small and compact. They have big leaps, but as a cauldron designer, smaller machines are the best.
Yeah.
Because cauldron spaces are already quite compact.
Yeah. They also have like so much character just in their movements.
Yeah, I love them. They're great.
That they have like their little shield. Nice.
Thank you. That wasn't too bad. And the player recommended level was based on this guy, so.
Okay.
Actually, the boss fight's gonna be challenging. Yeah, double hippo. White maw. Think I missed a loot box here. Yeah. This area also had a bunch of redesigns actually. Before I had the big conveyor rails going through here as well, splitting the area in two. So kind of like this, but then on the floor. And it looked really cool because you could see the conveyors from up close, and you could have a mix between the machines you're fighting, and conveyors going through as well. But it also split up the level in two, so that what we saw in playtests that people just kind of stuck to one part of the area instead of using the entire space, and then said the space felt too small, and that was purely because of this rail. So we pulled it out at some point.
It's nice that you get so much information from like doing those playtests and
it's super valuable, of course. Because it's also at some point, as developers, you get tunnel vision because you design it, you know how it's supposed to play, and then fellow designers play it, and your lead and the director plays it, and at some point they know where to go, and you start missing out on these little things. There used to be a balcony here. Fun fact, but the balcony was way too, especially with the shield wing, it was way too inviting to jump to these guys. These are also part of the next part of the level, or the second bit of this area. But with the introduction of the shield wing, it was super inviting to just try and jump there, but it's super hard to land on moving arms. I'm sure it's not impossible, but it's not the intended way.
Maybe some speedrunners figured it out.
Yeah, maybe. You can go up here, and here's a big gap actually. So this viewpoint gives us a view of the core. This is where we need to go. As a player, we learned that these arms are traversable, so that kind of puts the idea in your head that you have to use these guys to get to the core. See those rails moving towards the core, by the way? All the ports, all the lines, the big triangle here is pointing you forward, all the moving parts are pointing you forward. The arms are pointing you forward, but there's no way to get to the arm. This thing we also used in the first arm area, so hopefully this will plant the idea in your brain that you need to go here. And then in the very first area, or one of the first areas, we use these guys. So this is me trying to, all those earlier encounters kind of plant the idea in your head that you use this to get there and there. And that's how we pull apart all the experiences, all the small things.
It's all coming together.
And gradually, sometimes my Dutch shines through. We also increased the challenge with these things. So at first you had the single arm. Now the second challenge is double arm. These are really hard to make more exciting. Ooh, a part. Look at it.
A part,
it's a big gun of some
nice.
Machine. Not sure what part it is actually.
Oh, no.
It looks like a big leg of a thunder gel or a tonic,
like
maybe.
A joint. Oh,
I think it's a thunder gel. This one's empty. Anyway, we want to go here. And luckily, there's big yellow glowy things pulling us here. I think people already discovered this, so I'm just gonna do this. In each of my cauldrons, I hit a door. This one. It calls out about it. Yes. People found it already, so I'm just gonna open it. I'm not gonna say how I'm gonna open it, but I'm opening it just in case. So I'm a big Zelda fan, and I like hidden stuff. And there's a Zelda-y way to open this. There we go.
Hey, listen. I think the door's
And a nice reference. I'm still amazed that we got this through.
Interesting.
And then if you loot this,
It's dangerous to go alone without supplies.
it's dangerous to go alone without
well grab
supplies.
these.
The Zelda 1 Easter egg, or a reference.
That's amazing.
And the hey listen was of course Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Chat is going wild.
Yes,
What?
Navi. We're also allowed to have fun as designers, so
Yes.
I was really happy to get these in. So each of my cauldron has a Zelda door
Nice.
Yeah, and this is the one from you. Yeah, so I didn't spoil how to open this, and I think
so people still have to figure it out.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it like this.
Nice.
So they're openable for sure.
So every cauldron has one of these?
Yeah.
Oh, so
One of
people
mine
are
at least,
gonna-
not the main quest one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying, nice, I need to go back and do these. Yes. Really cool.
Yeah, more of these guys. In this room, I had even more conveyors, by the way, because we had the one on the floor, and there's another one that went from this way to the wrecking arms, but it was too cluttered at some point. And riding so many conveyors took away the coolness of riding these guys.
Yeah.
So when you got to these, you already rode 4 of them already, so took away of their coolness.
Yeah. Not that special anymore.
Exactly, yeah. And you need to space stuff out, so.
Yeah.
More loot here.
I'll keep some extra on hand.
I find it so funny that so many people didn't know. It's a really well hidden
Yeah,
Easter egg.
I wouldn't have-
It's good, it's almost Easter weekend, so.
I wouldn't
Sharing
have showed it
something.
if I knew people already knew about it.
Yeah.
But I've seen some
You've
posts.
seen it,
I've seen some
okay.
posts on Reddit and
Nice,
YouTube.
Yeah.
Even with the way of opening them.
Okay.
So
all of them? Like, have all of them been found?
that's
or-
the same way of opening. So these guys are super sticky. A fun fact: you cannot jump off if you press X. And this is done on purpose because same thing with the arms, by the way. They're super. The playtesters are also called them sticky,
Yeah.
but they're sticky for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's super easy to press X too
Accidentally,
easily and then
yeah.
fall off and then be frustrated by the challenge. So you can only jump off if there's
try getting to that
a
arm
annotation
below.
or a thing you can balance on
Oh, yeah.
nearby. But that was a trade-off. Combining climbables or mechanics together is also really fun.
Yeah.
The vent we already saw, the wrecking arm we saw, and combining them feels cool.
That was close.
Magno Art is saying the arms give me anxiety still. Somehow.
I'm
she's
so
still
sorry.
right.
The earlier versions were even faster, and they would actually give playtesters. They would make them nauseous.
Oh. When they were going too fast.
Yeah, they were way
Oh,
too
yeah.
fast. But yeah, so we had to slow them down, but also not
Should be able to hitch
not too
around
much
the middle
to
carriage.
make the wait too long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have to wait way too long. There's a couple of ways to ride this thing on the side or the back. I like the back because it gives you a nice view
Look
of what's to
ahead.
come.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
exactly.
Otherwise,
Nice.
you'd look towards this wall, and
Yeah.
I like this way more.
I made it this far. Just have to hold on a little longer.
Which one is Epsilon in Zero Dawn? Do you know?
No, I don't know that one.
I'm gonna have to get off this.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Zero Dawn cauldrons. And this is why I really wanted to make
Yeah.
cauldrons for Forbidden
It's
West.
so cool then that
and
you can get to work on those, the ones that
For
you
sure.
were like
Yeah,
a
I'm
big
so
fan of.
grateful.
Those arms can
Yeah.
help me reach the
Thanks,
core.
Flores.
Just have to get to them.
Epsilon was Frozen Wilds, someone was saying.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. More loot? I think this was initiated by the artist, this little secret cave, this cavern.
It's very cool.
And so what I always told the artists as well, when they arted up my level, I always told them, if you find a nice spot for an additional loot room or
Yeah,
some secret
yeah,
cave
yeah.
thingy, go for it.
Just have it.
Yeah, and I think this was initiated by Kai, the guy who did the
Yeah.
most of this column at least. And we get
Yeah,
to
it
the
really,
end. part.
really gives you the sense of exploring when you keep
Exactly,
finding
yeah,
new stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
The final arm challenge, which seems more daunting than it actually is. It's just be calm.
Yeah.
Press forward. You don't even have to jump. Pressing is enough. Just point her towards the next annotation, the next climbable. And yeah, isn't that hard? this entire section has been made by Martin,
Better time this
the guy
right.
from IO,
Mm-hmm.
Interactive Objects, sorry. And I basically told him I have this room. So the very first version of this were the arms, and they were just doing this. Because I am not an animator,
Yeah.
so I am but a designer.
Yeah.
So the arms were just doing this, mainly to just convey what this area should be.
Yeah.
And then Martin came in and made this, co-designed at least,
More to go.
but he did the heavy lifting.
So cool that
Oops,
like
oops,
oh, no.
my bad.
The way it still picks up stuff while you're like on it as well.
Yes. They have their own schedule. I'll stay on this one. Because we need to climb to this guy. Again, we're trying to combine mechanics, arms with conveyors.
Someone saying, can you imagine balancing on a moving road wearing flip-flops? We don't have the best outfit for a Cauldron,
No,
probably,
no.
but...
I'm thinking back about my very first version of MU, where you basically go here and around to get to the core, because the main road was basically blocked and you have to go around. But I was doing this so many times, the looping around, so this also got really quick, and it's for the better. The flow is way nicer. Big red light to draw attention. We're still level 14. Oh, 15. Nice.
15.
All right.
We'll level it up.
All right.
You might have, you even have 2 skill points, so if you
Let's
want
see
to
if we can
invest
use
in
it.
a skill.
Look at the size of this thing.
Mhm.
It's massive. I think. Yeah, in order, this is the biggest one. IOTA is smaller. Chi is smaller, and Kappa is the smallest.
Okay.
So you can see me making them smaller,
Yeah.
as I was being told they need to be
Yeah.
smaller, so they
Even
get smaller.
smaller,
Yeah,
smaller,
they get smaller
smaller.
with the Cauldron, and that's also why Kappa has so much revisiting of the same
okay.
spaces.
Yeah.
You get to the core in three phases basically:
Yeah.
low water, medium water, high water.
Yeah.
It's nice reuse of space, but it's also almost necessary because I needed to make them smaller, but wanted to keep the experience as long.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still different because you're like either you're swimming or you're like walking and
Yes.
climbing.
Yeah,
so
that's the nice thing of the water. It just feels really different
Yeah.
every time you revisit
exactly.
the core.
I've seen machines stored.
These guys are also new.
I guess it's
These
deactivated for
spidery
now.
manufacturing arms.
Mm.
Do they have a final name? I can't scan them.
No.
Anyway, this also gives us a nice opportunity to scan any machines you haven't scanned yet, and to study it for parts, because this is the boss you'll be fighting. It kind of mimics the thing we had in Zero Dawn. But the problem I had with Zero Dawn is that you had the machine in the center of the core with the big bubble shield around it, and the machine was being woven out of light,
Yeah.
and it felt too magical for me and for us. So we landed on this guy.
This is
I
cool.
think this was concepted by Erik van Helvoort from art, and then modeled by Gary again, and then there we have it, the final thing.
Nice.
So it's actually a thing that manufactures the boss machine instead of having the woven out of light thing. And when I activate it, you'll also see parts flying over the back of the arm or underneath its belly towards the hippo, white maw. Yeah, let's go. Zero Dawn style.
Nice.
There's the core. Now I just need to access it.
So when you scanned it, I saw it was vulnerable to purge water.
Thank you.
And luckily,
We do?
I just before the stream, I bought at least a blast link.
This guy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
With purge water, so
Sweet,
at
thanks.
least you have something.
Thank you. Right.
Someone is saying I died 3 times fighting Mr. Hippo.
Me too, to be honest. I was playing on very hard at home, and I was.
I
getting my
remember
ass kicked.
playing this in one of the playtests, and it was so hard.
Yeah, especially since there's a second one
Yeah.
that runs in after you damage this guy.
The machine's jaws
Because
look like they could
we did this
swing.
because the single white maw
White Maw.
felt too non-challenging as a boss fight, especially if you came to this Cauldron later on.
Yeah.
A single white maw wasn't that much of a challenge.
Yeah.
I also placed these guys, not to be looted, but to be used against the hippo. So if you shoot them, they explode. There's a little door here with some loot. Just gonna do it right now. What's the time, by the way? Alright, taking my sweet time, am I? Alright, I'm going.
5 to 5.
I'll probably go straight for IOTA after
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I'm gonna.
We'll do the salvage contracts on a different stream.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
let's do
invite
it.
you back.
Yeah. Or maybe you can invite Daniel. I co-designed salvage contracts with Daniel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's wait. First, gonna prepare. So this phase is also very nice to drop some traps. So let's make a couple. Right, works for me. And here, of course, because this is where the second hit responds. White maw. I will continuously
Yeah, of course.
do this wrong. Alright, here we go. So these switches replace the towers from Zero Dawn, because the towers in Zero Dawn, their function was to project the shield. But since we didn't really have a shield anymore, well, we do have this shield, but the shield is made by the arm. Maybe we can see the parts as well. Nope.
Guess I'm not getting those overrides without a fight.
First water, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. The second one comes in. Yeah, I think the first one, you need to damage it for 100 HP. And then the second one comes in. Pretty fast. You don't care about your parts, you just go for explosive damage. At least for this guy.
Now's my chance.
Knock down.
Easy peasy.
Nice. One down.
Second guy.
Quick loot.
Oops.
It's got backup.
Yep.
Which music track is this? Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Look it up.
Yeah, Lucas van Tol or
Yeah.
Bastian from Bastian Benton knows
They will know, yeah.
the music guys. Bastian is also the wizard who did the Cauldrons, the music for Cauldrons. It was really nice. He already himself had a nice plan of what needed to play at what certain sections. So he gave me a nice list of what goes where, and then it was really nice to work with him to implement the music at the end.
So he's also responsible for like that beginning with when you
Should be
play.
able to
Yes.
access the core
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
Really nice. Well, that was
Not
pretty
that bad.
fast.
Yeah, pretty fast. I think the
I think
water
you're
helped.
a pro.
The water really helped.
Yes.
I didn't even use the
Festus
explosive
has been
canisters.
upgrading the Cauldron security
Then I
grid.
might as well loot them. Sweet.
Always
loot.
good to loot.
Yes.
GG, chat is saying GG.
Thank you.
We didn't even need any bees for beliefs. That was incredible.
All right, and then the hacking sequence.
Should be
As
able
you
to
might have
override
noticed,
machines with this.
we now have holograms for machines as well. So you actually see the override you'll be getting.
First
Trophy.
floor. Trophy.
So this is in an effort to actually show players the machines they'll be getting.
Yeah.
If they're black, you haven't scanned them yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen
And if they have this little Gaia icon above them,
Mm-hmm.
it requires some additional work to actually get the overrides, so you get partial overrides.
Restore it.
Because there's so many machines to override in this game. You got
Yeah.
the Zero Dawn ones and the new ones. And we didn't want to give all overrides right away.
Yeah.
And we only have 4 Cauldrons to give overrides with. There's a couple, 2 in Tau and 1 in Gemini.
The data I got from that core.
But we didn't want to give all overrides right away.
At the
So
same
that's
time,
why
yeah.
we locked them behind the Gaia Fabricator, I think that's the final name.
Nice. Yeah, I also like because you need like some certain parts of that machine, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah, you need to
actually
fight it
learn how
first.
to fight them
Exactly, yeah.
before you actually can override them.
Should be
So
able to
this
override
guy
scratchers now.
Is placed here super conveniently. It's for me to. I was trying to teach players to override if they have never overridden for some reason, never overridden a machine.
Ah, okay.
Or actually, that wasn't the reason. The reason was to show that you can now override the scroungers, because we just acquired that override from the Cauldron. You also might notice that the weather is super nice and sunny. This is super scripted because the Cauldron is dark.
Yeah.
And when you get out with this time of day, it's a nice contrast between the dark dungeon and the overworld.
Back to the beautiful.
Exactly. So I really picked the nicest time of day.
Nice.
And this is really nice, I thought. And with the tonic Cauldron, the weather is super calm and the sky is
I've
pinkish.
seen so many beautiful pictures of that one, like people just coming out and then it's like, oh my god, this is a picture moment.
Exactly. So these guys spawn in to show this guy is now on your side. Not anymore, it took too long. But I'm just gonna skip him. Let's go straight for IOTA.
Yes. It's quite a walk still.
Quite a travel, yes. I'm gonna skip everything.
Yeah, we're just gonna run there.
Yeah.
We should have a
To show
mount,
this guy.
so.
Yeah, exactly. So this icon is on a map because if you override a tonic, it puts all the other tonics on your map.
Oh.
And there's
okay.
the weird thing, spoiler, there's a tonic in this Cauldron. And the tonic is supposed to be like the big surprise.
Yeah.
And that's why we decided to put the Cauldron icon on the tonic.
Smart, yeah. Yeah, because
what I was
when I
saying.
went in there, I had no idea, so it was
Nice.
a surprise for me.
This is fast travel, right?
Yeah,
Fast
I'm not
travelable.
sure if I.
You are
You're
falling.
falling.
Ah,
Oh no.
right. I was. Okay. Do we have a mount?
We
Right.
do,
Okay.
we do.
Skip everything.
I think
That's the way how you're supposed to play a Forbidden West. Go straight for all the Cauldrons. Skip
Cauldrons
everything.
first.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
These are also pretty nice.
Yeah.
These were made by Andrew Simpson. Rumor campfires, we called them. And I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Really, because we have so much content, it really helps
Did
to
you see those kids riding around on machines out west?
point out certain kind of stuff you might have missed.
They didn't
Yeah.
look like any rebels
Yeah,
either.
we've been doing that on stream as well. Like
Alright.
every time we run into them, we
Oh, you've
need
already
the
seen
tea.
them. Alright.
We need the tea.
Can I get her? Yeah, I can get her while listening to her.
Yeah.
Or,
Gauntlet run.
thank you.
Yeah, we should do a stream on the gauntlet runs at some point. There's so much activities to do and
Yeah,
things
that,
to
that,
explore.
that's cool. Here.
Your eyes open.
Maybe he wants to join as well.
That would be fun. Yes.
Month.
Race?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Speaking of gauntlet, this is such a well-placed
Follow the tracks,
pointer
I can
quest as
find out
well.
where they're headed.
You did a great job.
I can probably use my focus to follow the
Only
tracks those
1,000
riders
meters.
left behind.
Let's go.
Let me see, are there any more questions while we travel? I think this is a good time to answer some questions.
How much time do we have now?
Someone is saying you have to do all content runs because of reasons. Yes, indeed. No spoilers in the chat, but there's going to be a very nice surprise at the end for people who play
Oh,
Zero
yes.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Where do you draw your creative inspiration from when designing covers?
Good question. Cauldron specifically, or where it calls it specifically? My biggest source were the Zero Dawn Cauldrons.
Okay, yeah, of course.
But also, I'm also a big sci-fi nerd, so I love Star Wars. Lots of my my
As you can tell from
references.
your tattoo.
Yes, my entire left arm is filled with Star Wars stuff. And other games too, I guess. Games, Star Wars, nerd culture.
Yeah, basically.
I'm also a big nerd, so my head's full with ideas and references. This is Salvage Contract Camp something.
An awesome camp.
Um,
What are they doing out here?
Greenswell. This is my other activity. So I started with Cauldrons, and at some point, Daniel and I were tasked with making salvage contracts, which were what's the word? Stuart did some work on this, and then we were handing over this this activity to flesh it out a bit more, and they turned out really great, I think.
Yeah.
Ariadna Martinez did some great work on writing, and made these characters. Okay, I'm just gonna talk to her real quick. I love her. Hanna's great. Hey Hanna.
Genius is at work.
I love her character.
Not a fool.
So good.
Distractions.
So good.
If you require salvage, you can. Oh, a hunter. Yes, good. I was hoping one would stop by. There's no time to waste.
Aloy.
That old boar, Karif, is expecting me to merely make the best armor in the Forbidden West. But I, Honda, will give him a masterpiece. And you are going to help
What was
me
the big
make
reason
it.
for not
Of
putting the
course you
salvage
can
contracts at the
compensate
capitals
it.
or
Though
of
seeing
clans in the
me
bigger
as
settlements?
one should be gratifying.
Because they were already quite
You're one of
crowded, I
Karif's
think.
people?
It's also nice to
Looking
just
to make
come
one
across
friend
when
A
you're,
small,
like,
a
traveling.
small encampment.
Yeah.
With the Tanakh
While traveling.
next door?
And with salvage contracts, we really try
Their
to.
own to worry about.
So very
I'm not just
black and
making
white.
art.
Looking at it, black and white.
I'm
It's a
making
fetch quest.
a
We really
work
try
of
to
art,
make them feel
imbued with
less
the majesty of
fetchy
intuition
by
into one
having
flesh
characters like
bone.
these and the
With the
assignments to make them
steadfastness of
more
the gentle
interesting.
Yeah.
plow
So
horn
we try
and
to
the
showcase
fury
machines,
of the
their
raging
behavior,
Ravager.
highlight specific
Where do you
parts.
want to start?
There's a Ravager cannon contract for this one, but also we try to mix it up per camp, and finally they all end up as in the big finale where you get a cool armor.
And just in general, the loot for these are amazing.
Yes,
like most of the
that too.
weapons that you get and the stuff.
But I really enjoyed making these too.
I need to head out.
Whenever you feel
Next time.
Yeah, next
Next
time.
time, Anna.
Next time, gadget.
finish my armor.
Starting to slouch.
Yeah, these chairs are way too comfy.
Yeah, sit up straight.
Someone is saying, Dennis, can we see your Star Wars tattoo? In like a close-up.
Yes, in a bit.
Wouldn't want to take a hit from a lance once.
He may say, splitting salvage contract made me very happy, especially at the end. Why? Reasons. The last contract of the first camp was really fun.
Sweet,
Do you
the
remember
Fanghorn.
which one?
Yeah, it's the Fanghorn one.
Oh, okay.
Funny story. All right, let me quickly go back to salvage contracts. So we made the final contract for this camp first. That was hunting 6 Lancehorns while mounted, because we really wanted to make that prairie hunt feel like
Oh yeah.
the horizon feel would be this, and then chasing machines and shooting them down.
Yeah, nice.
And chasing a big herd, and the directors liked it that much that they actually asked us to make one for the first camp as well. But I didn't want to take away the uniqueness from this one, so I made a smaller version
Yeah.
where you just need to chase a Fanghorn. Later, Lancehorn joined the herd to hopefully confuse the players. So you need to look for the antlers instead of the smaller
okay, cool.
horns things.
Yeah.
But in basis, it's the same thingy,
Yeah.
the same contract, but it feels different. Also, there's also a small investigation to separate them a bit more. Lost. Yeah, there we go. What's the time? All right.
It's 10 past.
All right. This is
5.
pretty fun, Anna.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I can join more.
You want to
often.
come back?
Yeah. I can do it.
Good. I think the chat is enjoying it as well. All these inside stories.
Here we go.
Some random encounter. We're gonna skip.
Okay, not
Some
today.
people worked really hard on those encounters.
Yeah.
Just gonna run past them.
We will do them at some point. Not today, exactly.
Nope, not today. Oop. Get stuck in a tree. Alright, I am so lost. I'm so lost. I lost the road. Okay, there we go. Alright. My favorite Cauldron IOTA.
Let's go.
I also got to come up with the names for the cauldrons, which was also really fun.
Oh.
And
Is there
okay.
a specific reason they
Yes,
were called the way
I'm so
they
glad you asked. So originally I had to make 5 cauldrons. Sadly, one got cut because of production reasons. My last name is Micka, M-I-C-K-A, and cauldrons are named after a Greek alphabet letter.
Yeah.
And I found that I could make a really nice meta Easter egg,
Yeah.
where if you put all the Cauldrons in order of recommended player level, you would spell out my name, my last name. So it's Mu, Iota, Chi, and Kappa.
Yeah.
So it's currently it's Mick,
Mick.
because of the fifth Cauldron.
Change your name.
It's fine. It's something I have to accept. You know.
Yes.
It's really fine to try and make this work.
It's still nice to have like a little Easter egg
Exactly.
like that and yourself in there.
Exactly. All right.
Mick.
Cauldron Chi points us toward this thing on top here. More lead blasters. All right. Let's see if there's a way to get rid of them easy. So
They're
hyperactive.
back again.
Yeah, more lead blasters.
Apex lead flashers. even.
That too.
Oof.
All right.
Oof.
There's no way to. No. So that they'll keep
They're
still.
very, very strong.
Oops, almost blowing myself up. Some green shine in the back. Yeah. I have to agree with whoever said it in the chat. I also don't like fighting lead blasters.
Someone was saying, I think a couple of streams ago, that they are the Glen Cogs of the. The people love the boomsticks.
Yes. I mean, they're great machines, but they're so aggressive.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
They're very
Let me kill you.
terrifying.
Especially if they come in couples. God, I got the feather snark. Not even sure which one we have. It's the help one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is there other stuff we can use against these guys?
I don't know what they're vulnerable against.
No time to scan.
No.
Water.
Once again, the fridge water comes in handy.
Exactly.
I'm
So
very
snowy.
glad I got it.
Yeah, good job. Slingshot's also really good. Need to get rid of them to talk about the Cauldron.
Yeah, exactly.
So this Cauldron is a bit different. Oh, out of resources. Because obviously it has a Cauldron inside. But also the Cauldron door, the way of entering the Cauldron is a bit different, because it was a fun design challenge, because this Cauldron is kind of designed backwards, because we knew we wanted to have Aloy on the tallneck,
Yeah.
exiting the tallneck, and obviously you cannot make a even bigger door for a Cauldron.
They're already pretty big.
So that's, like, the first challenge was how the hell do we exit the Cauldron on the tallneck, and that's how we ended up with a silo door, like a missile silo door. Right. Damn, these guys can take a lot of punishment. Leave me alone. Just want to talk about Cauldrons. I was taking my time with Mew. Now I'm
Having to rush.
semi-rush through the other.
That's fine, we have time. It's gonna be challenging anyway, because it's such a high level compared to us. We're
That
level
too,
15.
yeah. Oh,
We're almost level
the
16.
boss is gonna be rough.
Yeah.
This one. It's a roller back. Quickly loot some stuff.
I'll stash this away for later.
All right.
Alright.
Tell us about the door, Aloy.
There.
It's a cauldron door, but different.
It's very different.
No way to hack
No
it
way
open.
to hack it open. Curious.
I'm gonna
So at
have to
nighttime this
find
is really nice,
some
because
other
there's
way
super
in.
bright light shining through the cracks. It's a big pillar of light at nighttime.
Yeah.
So if a day we have this thing drawing attention,
Yeah.
and at night there's the big beam of light.
The light, nice.
Yeah, let's go find a way into the Cauldron. The map would be really helpful. Like, oh wait, let's set it to the main quest. That's the main quest. Cauldron, Iota. Right. The map is a bit too spoilery, but
Someone's saying heal.
oh, thank you. And grab some more heal stuff from inside.
Some preparation.
Ah, yes. And this is the first bit of environmental storytelling. So this cauldron has been, I'm totally gonna spoil stuff here. This cauldron has been, the production facility of this cauldron has been damaged by an earthquake, and that's also the reason why the tonic is stuck in the cauldron. And this is the first bit of narrative storytelling.
Oh.
So you can already see the damage caused by an earlier earthquake.
This crevice is massive.
And the environment team liked it this much that they also used it there
Yeah.
to emphasize the roughness of the earthquake, because in Forbidden West the earth is super unstable and stuff. Let's just travel this. And then spawn some minks. And if we look up, whoa, a tree.
Cool.
Super miserable.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so gonna skip these guys.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I wonder where this leads.
Oh, the artist did such a great job on this cave, by the way.
I love the little light.
Yeah,
It
I
kind of
love it
reminds
so
me of
much.
the-
And stalactites
like
or
a-
stalagmites and the bioluminescent things. But you have to imagine, if I hand over my level block out to an artist, it's gray and certain colors
Yeah.
of blockouts.
Yeah.
It's just blocks and stuff pushed together to form a level. And then artists come in to make a pretty thing out of this.
Yeah. That must be amazing.
It's a really fun way. It's really fun to see, as a designer, finally see stuff getting arted up.
Yeah.
It's such a cool way. So for me, stuff gets added all the time by other people,
Of course.
and
Yeah.
that also gives me another reason to again play through my stuff.
Yeah.
And then effects come in with these little drips.
Yeah, so cool to see it all come together like that.
Yeah,
And,
it's so rewarding. For Scratch, you have a little instability, like a little shake.
more earthquakes. Cauldron IOTA.
Yeah.
This must be the cauldron I couldn't get to above.
So this here you can really see the damage the earthquake caused
Earthquake
to the
must have
cauldron.
hit too.
A big bit of
Still intact.
molten magma, molten lava, molten rocks. This one is also a victim of the shield wing that got incorporated later.
Ah,
So you can skip part of the cauldron by just jumping down here and landing all the way there. I'm not doing that because I want to show you the intended route. And I tried luring the player with some goodies.
Oh yeah.
Let's first take care of this guy. You shoot.
Oh,
There you
nice
go.
shot. Nice shot.
This is the point of no return. If I jump here, then there's no way back up.
People are saying
Don't test me on this.
Speedrun stats.
There's no way. So now I'm stuck in the cauldron.
Oh yeah.
So this is the sweet loot I'm trying to lure players with. And there's the reason why this little mushroom thingy is over there, because this is the way forward and you just walk over it, so it's super hard to miss.
Yeah.
For players that somehow never seen these guys. So Mu is skippable, and if you somehow miss them in Tau, then you kind of walk over them here. Main route is left, and right is a nice treasure thingy.
Velociraptor is saying, raise your hand if you walked into the lava just to see.
We can
What's
try.
gonna happen?
We can try. I'm like, oh,
Ooh,
almost right.
Nice save.
Can already see the. You can also see everything's a bit tilted to also highlight the shifting of the earth.
Yeah. Makes it look so trippy to see everything.
Yeah, right?
That you're normally so used to. Secret tunnel.
Yes, this door has also a function, because I kind of wanted to hide this thing. This is one of the new manufacturing machines, we call it the frame smelter. And this is nicely framed, so you're pointed towards the thing, so you can admire its coolness. I really like these things. They're awesome. I like them that much that you'll climb them in a bit.
I've never actually tried to scan all of these things.
No,
I didn't
there's
know
all
they had,
scannable.
like,
Frame
names.
smelter,
Yeah.
automated machine fabricator.
Nice.
There's loot chest over there. Okay, there's a trigger here that triggers the hoppers across. These were spawned so you can see them jump across the gap. Because jumping was also something that got introduced in Frozen Wilds, I think. And then AI really did a great job at making all machines able to jump.
Oh yeah.
And we have to highlight it, of course. With that.
Pretty
I don't
cool
like it.
entrance.
Yeah, the heavy melee is charged heavy melee is super.
Yeah.
Super good for anything else.
Looks like it's making machine parts.
I'm running out of resources now. I got stuck somewhere.
Yeah, I hope so. For
Yeah,
the
I'm
Cauldron.
gonna melee some more. Well, the machines inside Cauldrons usually, except for Chi maybe, aren't that challenging because Cauldrons are, I think, more focused on the experience and the traversal and the exploration and
Yeah,
discovery.
like puzzles.
Yeah, less so than on the encounters. At least that's my view of Cauldrons.
And if you loot everything, then you still get a lot of
Yep,
resources as
I
well.
should loot more.
Even more. Oh, did we level up? Someone is saying
Did we?
level up, spend those skill points.
Nice. All right,
We have 6
let's
of
pick
them.
some.
Yes. Feel free to do whatever.
Let's go for Hunter.
We are.
Because I need some extra damage for the boss. 2 more damage. Have your weapon? Nope. Yes, let's go for Valor. And Survivor maybe? Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Well spent, I think. So originally this Cauldron was super straight, of course, but then earthquake happens and then stuff got broken and
It's
everything's
nice to see everything like ripped
skewed.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a great job at making this, the artists. So there's 2 ways of getting across. This is the intended way because I wanted to introduce that these flame smelters are climbable because flame smelters. Let's first take care of this guy. Came running over the bridge. Sneaky bum.
Razor sharp
And
claws and
versus
armed to the teeth.
electricity.
That thing's built to kill.
Oh,
Oh,
did he stop?
Oh, nice.
So close to the edge though.
Oh.
I really want him to jump on
Still
the
learn.
thing. I think it worked.
Someone is saying this is their favorite machine.
The Raider.
Glass Rider.
Glass Rider, thank you. Yes. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think it has such a unique design as well. And I really love like the sounds they make, the screeching.
Yeah, that's all Pinar. Right?
Yeah.
Pinar is the sound designer who made all the robot sounds.
Oh, I'm not giving up.
Oh, this is interesting. All right. Yeah. It's always impossible to prevent this. This is the unfortunate side things of big complex level. All right. Yeah.
Can we kill ourselves?
We could. I kind of want to jump out. Come on, Aloy. You can do this.
Grab it.
Right.
Grab it.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. Whoopsie. Stuff like this happens.
Always possible. We'll jump then.
Oh, this is so mean.
Uh-oh.
I hated the designer.
Looks like it's making machines.
The other way is using this game.
Oh, now at least we could show it both ways.
Yeah, exactly. This is super
You
intended.
did it intended.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very intentional. Nice. This time we can lure him into.
You got some. And he'll jump over.
Nice.
There we go.
Got him.
Critical strike.
A nice chunk.
Let's play some more shock wires. Or a shock trap. Oh, this is water. This is shock. Go by me.
Shocked it.
That's a lot of damage.
Nice
Yeah.
finishing move.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Right. So this is the way forward,
It's too wide.
but the gap's too wide.
Need to find another way across.
And
Even
I wonder.
With the shield wing.
Yes, even with the shield wing. Yeah, same level, so it's impossible. I wonder how we get across.
Those
Oh,
forges.
thanks, Aloy.
I might be able to climb them to get to the other side.
Yeah, this is funny because they were intended to be machines for the background. Like this
like
is
I can hack into this.
machine producing stuff, and then I came in like, can we climb these things?
Yeah.
Can we make them climbable?
Yeah.
Same with the arms, by the way.
Uh-huh.
They were always intended just
Should
as
be
background
able to
stuff,
climb these.
and then we slammed climbables on them, and that's how it stayed.
Nice.
The rest is history.
So you know what I was saying, wait, you can restart from save instead of yeeting Aloy to her death in those situations.
Yes.
Why have I never thought of that? Yes.
Pro gamer
So,
tips.
yeah, to be honest, I always just
Yeah?
jump in the lava or
Always restart from save.
Smart.
So there's a
Eating
little.
is more fun, so I was saying.
It's
yeah.
true. It's true. There's a reason why there's a big block here, because I want players to climb up here, so you have at least you kind of pointed towards the right direction. But there's also a lootable thing here. There we go. So the best things with these, right? The best thing for traversing these frame smelters is to keep the camera like this, because I've seen some players on streams and friends play
Yeah.
and point the camera like this, and then it gets really hard to guide Aloy to the next one. This is just the easier way.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have locked the camera, but we're not a big fan of locking cameras,
No.
so we try to prevent this. It's yeah. Nice little twist.
DJ TechRad is saying, I never trusted these because you people implemented breakable handholds.
That's yeah. We'll encounter
Trust
one
issues
situation. Yep.
because of this game.
You'll never know which one's gonna break, right? Alright, gonna do a backward jump.
Ooh, there we go.
I don't think I only have a couple of handholds that really break.
Yeah.
Way forward, but we're pointing towards this guy.
Find these broken
Flashing
panels.
light.
Maybe I can
More loot.
bust through.
The breakable glass was intended as a main path thing for Cauldron Chi, to also support the narrative that it's broken or
yeah.
defunct.
Yeah.
And then I liked it so much that I started to decide and implemented it in different colors as well.
Yeah. It's
That's,
nice to find a loot.
Exactly. It's nice that the broken glass and the flashing lights really help draw attention.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to shoot and break stuff, I guess. Okay, gotta be a bit quiet here, because, ooh, mushrooms.
Well, don't have to worry about running out.
See if we can stealth kill these guys without triggering the spike snout, I think the final name is. Oh. Just some bonus damage.
That looks like it'll get me up to the vent.
Not what I intended. It's a acid one, so let's make it explode, hopefully. Maybe I should first get this other guy. Time! Get interrupted.
It's
Time!
Time is 5:30.
Oh, we should have enough time to get through this entire thing.
Maybe she was doing a speed run. She was
Time.
just asking for
Let's try to shoot its canisters. Stay still. Oop. Ouch, cartridge. Wish we had more of these spikes. Oh, I'm so dreading the upcoming fight. It's gonna be so hard with the stuff we have.
Yeah.
Gotta be smart with traps. Alright, this room is like the antechamber to the core. Let's grab some resources. This is a little detail I like. Kai, the artist, made. It's like there's a big little space in between the core and the other space, the other spaces. Well, this thing wants me to climb it, so I'll do it in a bit. There's a little hallway here with a shield. I also always like to have a quick peek because it's kind of can already, if you crouch and can already see what's
Hitting
coming up.
some
Oh, I
toes.
hit the shield. I hit the shield.
You're hitting some toes.
Some cute toes.
That's very cute. Worth it.
Nope. So impatient. So these moving balance beams were initially made for this Cauldron to serve as its cool, unique climb mechanic thing.
Yeah.
But I think we ended up using them in Tau as well, which is fine. But this is the first encounter. Oh, also behind the scenes, these canister things, they had moving balance beams between them as well. So instead of a vent, there would be 4 of these beams going up and down.
Yeah.
But we had some trouble with Aloy climbing up because it's a balance beam. It's made for balancing and not for climbing per se. So it was looking super awkward, and then we just decided to swap it out for a vent.
I really like the vents though. That's like a really
Right.
nice addition.
Yeah.
They like open up.
Yeah, we made this in pre-production.
Oh.
In pre-production, I went into Zero Dawn Cauldrons and just wondered what if we could climb these vents. And then I think it was Andreas Davidskas, who made the first prototype for the movable vents,
Nice.
which are really,
Yeah, it
really
turned
nice.
out really nice.
Yeah, lighting is also really good here, I think. Godric and Hoos did a great job.
Skubaka is saying, "Hey Guerrilla and Dennis, you did such an awesome job on the world. Played the whole game without using travel points because it was
What?
too gorgeous."
That's so hardcore. Nice.
Nice.
What's behind this door? Well, we already got a quick peek. Again, this door has a purpose. It's not spoiling what's behind it. And it also puts us inside a sequence to really show what's behind the door. Because we didn't want players to miss this. The big
So
big
it's
reveal.
Yeah, perfectly.
Tallneck. The earthquake must have interrupted.
So we didn't
So
have a
weird to
sequence.
not see it with a with the dish on
Yeah,
the side,
it's funny because when we took the head off, it was really headless. That was really weird and really eerie.
Then it was just a stick or.
Yeah, so we for this tallneck we put a like a semi dish, like a frame that would hold the head. So at least you get the picture of what it's
What
supposed
it's
to
gonna
be,
be, yeah.
because imagine this without the dish.
Yeah.
It was really weird. But yeah, this tallneck Cauldron was it's also a funny story because I pitched this really early on, and I think it was to more protect me, but my lead was like, no, let's not do this. It's too complex.
Yeah.
Again, it was really to protect me, I think. But at some point we were like, okay, let's push our boundaries. Let's go for this, because this goes straight into the tonic activity. I mean, getting this guy in the overworld was really technically super hard to fix. Again, some magic by Iris van Peer and Martin Matuszczuk. Without them, you would have my designery hacky stuff. There's the little side door here.
Oh, I don't think I have this one.
So many hidden things.
Yeah. Piercing spike.
And we created the sequence because there were some players that were playtesters that would walk in the room like this and completely miss the cool cool view, and even have the camera pointed down like this.
Oh yeah.
And not see the tonic for a very long time.
And then
so
they're like, oh, it's there.
yeah, oh, tonic. So we sequenced this out to have this big reveal.
Yeah. Chad is sad because it has no head, and then you were like, so here's a funny story.
Get those overrides.
Originally,
Does the tonic have a name? Can we call him Dennis?
let's
call him Dennis.
I'll patch it in. If you scan this up,
Dennis
it will
the
say Dennis.
tonic.
I don't think people will like this.
Techrod is saying, I am gonna fix the tonic walking. Moving both legs on one side of the grid is just wrong. I think it's actually, if you look at videos from giraffes, like the way they walk, it's mimicked from that. I think we looked this up at some point.
I'm pretty sure the animators look really
yeah,
well.
yeah, it looks really nice. But it's like, it's just weird because it's such a huge creature.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I think if you look up videos of how giraffes are walking, they look, it's almost identical. Oh, okay, someone is giving a good tip. Hamster fast, thank you. Don't forget about brace shot for the boss battle, because that one was the one we purchased last time. We have it for our.
Alright.
Yeah, we have it.
That's the.
It's not the valor surge, but it's the weapon. On the. If you go back.
Hunter?
No, if you go back to the weapon wheel.
Oh right.
And then the one, the sharp shot.
Oh right, yeah.
Brace shot.
Right, thanks. Alright, yeah, let's prepare some some traps for this guy.
Yes.
Obviously, you wouldn't know this would spawn a boss, but we know.
Yeah, that's because it was a tonic. I was thinking like, oh, there's not gonna be a boss here. Because
Some people actually thought we were, oh, are we gonna fight the tonic now?
Tonic,
But
poor
no,
tonic, no.
tonics will not be fought ever.
No.
These are the friendly giants of the game. You'll never fight a tonic. Alright, I'm just gonna trigger it. There's some environmental storytelling here. This is what happened to the hat.
Poor head.
Didn't get to the intended place.
Yeah. It's like hit while the earthquake was happening.
Exactly, yeah. Totally disrupting the flow of the Cauldron. And my first version of this Cauldron, I actually wanted the player to get more parts of the tonic. But again, that would kind of dilute the story too much and ruin the flow too much. So we settled with just the hat.
The most iconic part.
Exactly, yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Well, that can be good.
We don't fight Dennis. Oh.
These guys are also super gnarly. Whoop. Oh my god.
You hit. You got quite a chunk of it with those traps though.
Alright, someone needs to remind me how I use the brace shot again.
R1 and R1.
This is
Oh no,
the
that's
search.
another.
Please chat, help me.
Help.
I can't remember how to
do
use
we do
the
it?
brace shot.
If you're in it, like you have to aim,
Yeah?
and then R1.
Oh, this is R2? Sorry.
L1 I think. R1 and L1 at the same time.
Really?
I think, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, hold.
Nice, thank you, Chad. I don't use them often enough. It's really good.
And then R1. Okay, R1.
Thank you. These guys are all
It's so weird when you're not playing yourself. It's like, which button am I supposed to press again?
Crap.
It's like, I don't remember. It's like muscle memory. at
Yeah,
this point.
exactly. Let's make some distance between me and this guy. Oh, no. These guys are really fun though.
Yeah.
Roller back with these cans.
Not yet. Thanks. So we're trying to get 100% as well.
Gotta scan them all. Ouch. This is super doable.
Yes.
Why was I anxious at this point?
You're a pro. Pro gamer. I mean,
Let's do another brace shot.
audible.
Oh,
We
thanks.
don't have, yeah.
Like, why aren't
Yeah.
you brace shotting? Distance. It's a bit of an earthbender.
Yeah.
Okay, time to get those
Oh,
overrides.
this is so strong. Alright.
Well done.
What's the time? 20 minutes. Okay,
You have 20 minutes left.
we can do this. And then, this is where I tried to break the formula. So this is the entire reason why I gave players MU first, the super standard Cauldron, the one you know from Zero Dawn. So the super intended the thing I intended here was that you think, all right, after I hack the score, it's done, I'm finished. And then when you get this surprise, or maybe you feel a bit sad that it's always over.
Yeah.
Wait, I've had players tell me or tell us that they felt sad that this Cauldron was really short until they got to this point. And they're like, oh right, there's more,
yeah.
there's more. But that's the feeling we try to
Time to get
create.
some machine overrides.
So with Forbidden West, you never know what you're gonna get. Cauldrons.
Yeah, someone is saying the extra part of the Cauldron made the payoff even more
Mhm.
worth it.
Nice.
Close Raider.
Yes.
More incomplete overrides.
Farius Flare is also saying, that was me, I wanted to fix the tonic so bad.
And then you finally get to.
Yes.
Yeah, as I was saying before. Oh no! There seems to be a tonic in the way.
There seems to be a tonic blocking this platform.
Oh, no.
I'll have to find a different exit.
Alright. There was something I wanted to say. I forgot it.
Watch his toes.
Watch his toes, yeah.
Toe beans.
This is where the roller bag came from.
Shield. I'll have to
And this is
find
also
a
where we're
different
gonna
exit.
end up in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So many see-throughs. Yeah, so I really wanted to explore the space underneath the core. Like we never got to see what's underneath the floor. This is really a nice
Looks like there's
opportunity
room underneath
to
the
explore
core.
this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Maybe I can squeeze through.
Also, Chad is asking to heal.
Thank you, chat.
Does it?
At first, I also had a death pit here.
Oh.
So the challenge was here to time your drop, like so. It wasn't really hard, but still people found their deaths in this thing.
Yeah.
So I fill it up with water to at least catch you if you fall.
Was it also lava or?
No electricity.
Oh, okay.
Very long way down and then death.
Oh. That's been Dennis.
Seriously though, I had so many deaths in Cauldrons. It wasn't even funny. Like at some point, people like Direction came to me like, you need to fix those deaths. Dying isn't fun.
No.
Especially on PS4 where you have to load a bit longer than on PS5.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so this is there's a reason why there's a door here again, because in playtest we had players missing this bit, and then this is super infighting. So they did this and started circling, and then got stuck in this room, even though there was a exit here. So this door really helps asking attention, and if you pass it, it says override the door, and it immediately smoothed out. Oh crap! Smoothed out the experience. It's funny how small things like this really helps the flow of the thing.
Yes.
Because people getting stuck in your levels is the worst as a designer. Like you really want to make stuff feel really natural, and players almost breeze through without thinking, without being too hand-holdy. So seeing players get stuck is really mad. Funny story about these beams. These were made once and then never touched again. I think Andreas, who made the balance beams for me,
Almost there.
made them as an example, and I liked it that much that I just kept it. It just
Really nailed it.
yeah, it really
First
works.
try.
I mean, why change something that works,
Yeah,
right?
perfect. Nice.
So good job, Andreas.
Let's not do that again.
Moving bridge. I mean, it was something I could move, so I did. Just to make the column feel
Why
more
not?
alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Sneaky Mink up here, Burrower. There you go. Oh, then
yeah,
hitting armor
nice.
3 times in a row. Is there something to say about this part? Yeah. So the tonic head part is behind there, and it's, as you can see, well hidden. So I don't want you to see the tonic
Not
head
yet.
until I want you to.
Yeah.
So it's super hidden all the time. But
Yeah,
this
still see the whole
layering
screen.
of the level feels like players want to go forward or up. That's a natural thing for gamers, even human, I think. So this already helps you move this way, and also these conveyors point to the left. So we have all these little neat tricks to help you guide,
Point you to the
guide
right
you through the
direction.
level. And this bridge is mandatory because I really wanted to give you this view, so to establish that you're now behind the shield, and it helps you create spatial awareness. So you were in the core before, and now because we went underneath and then through the little tunnel thing, you might lose where you are, and this helps reestablish where you are in the level.
Interesting.
So this is what we all traversed, and we got here. We're 2/3 of the way, I think.
Right on schedule. It's
Yeah,
15 minutes left.
it's going really
It's
well,
gonna be the most perfectly timed
Yes.
Cauldron ever.
as if intended.
Yes.
Gonna take
Ooh,
out
that was
this
a nice
guy.
shot.
Thank you. It's a bit hard to hit if he's
Yeah,
back
this
there.
is like some pro gamer trick shots.
I kind of want to take him down before I trigger the next couple of machines. He's gone. All right.
Bye. See you later.
These vents should give
So
me
this
a
is the
boost.
extreme vent challenge.
Mhm.
2 vents in a row.
Yes.
And before, I'm Death Pit Denny, right? So Dennis, there was a death pit below. So if you screwed
no.
up, you would fall into the pits of death.
Yeah.
And I tried fixing this by asking Art to place a platform here, which really helps.
Yeah.
Again, reducing the deaths in Cauldron. This is also a thing that never changed from the moment I made this.
Across.
This is a different way of traversing up, and this is also before we got the grapple point. And it's a nice view, I guess.
Are those shell walker crates?
Yeah, they are.
Ah,
yeah.
cool.
And this is a bit nasty. If you kind of want to jump to the next row straight away, right? This is what you think you should do.
Yeah.
But I need you. Oh, almost fell to my death again. I need you to hang on a bit longer to get some airtime, because this second row is moving down. If you jump straight across, you won't make it to the third. It's a bit nasty. I like it.
And again, the slow motion jumps.
Yeah.
It's so epic. Someone is saying this reminded me of the waterfall level in The Lion King on Sega.
Sega. He's down underneath me, is he? Yeah. I could jump down on him. Yeah, I'd like to. Because he's... Well, yeah, that would totally ruin my view, by the way, because this is the next cool epic shot of the next step in the Cauldron, is if you turn a corner,
That's why the Cauldron won't release the tonic at the core.
you know, being the smart girl that
Missing
she
its
is.
head. If I can
So
detach
our
it.
quest was find another way out of the Cauldron, and this is where she realizes that, wait, this thing is supposed to be in the tonic. Maybe if I help the Cauldron release the head, I can use the tonic to get out, or ride the elevator out as it's supposed to, as it's trying to. I'm still a bit scared of that scavenger thing. Scrounger. When I drop here, machine spawn. Also super intended because I don't want you to pick them off from the platform up high. I'm actually more intimidated by all these smaller machines than the big roller pack.
Yeah. It's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? But a bunch of potions as well. Stealth approach. Nothing alerted either. Or he's suspicious now. Sus. Very sus. We're seriously running out of resources now.
Melee only.
Or I should shoot better. Would also help. Would you kindly step into the trap there? Oh, it's also a bit placed awkwardly.
There, machine spawn.
Backstep by the scrounger. Pressing heal before the chat tells me to heal.
Smart.
No. Okay. Be sure not to jump in the middle of that.
Oh. First death. First death.
Yeah. I'm not even dying to the bosses.
It's always the tiny ones that will get you. Apps in the chat. Apps in the chat. Oof. Nice. Well, that was second try.
Yeah, going straight forward. So time. 9 minutes, right? Uh-oh, I got it.
Speedrun this.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna skip the missions. I wanted to show you guys so many things. Because there's this cool, you might have already noticed, this cool behind the scenes. With a row of tonic hats. Oh no! Don't do this to me. I'm on the schedule, guys. No, okay, there it is.
They know, they know.
Yep. Okay, at least
Can't
gonna
get
take
out.
out this guy. Might be enough. No, I'm gonna go. Don't want him to shoot me out when I'm on the
Yeah, exactly.
conveyor. Yeah, yellow is our climbing language, and we also. Oh, these guys can also shoot. Oh my lord! All right, nice.
Get him.
Keep shooting this the armor.
Wait,
what?
That acid
Didn't I kill you? Yeah, the critical strikes are super powerful against these smaller guys.
Perfect. Lockdown. Nice.
There we go.
A little bit left.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm getting impatient now. Putting off shots super quick.
Yes. Nice.
Not even gonna loot them.
Bees for belief. They worked. They worked.
Yeah.
This should get me to the head.
Alright. There's two ways to get to the head actually. You can also just stay on these guys and get to the platform. But this is the more fun way, right? You got a little drop challenge. Put a reminder in the corner, tell you how to drop it in case you forgot. And
Now.
thank you. Yeah, this is my favorite part. Releasing the head and then riding it to the core.
Yeah.
That's stuck up on some weapons.
Use that power shot again.
Exactly, yeah. I already forgot about it. Got so many things in the game. It's easy to forget. yet.
Miss Malamute is asking, do we do streams about the lore and the wider world building? Well, actually, we have a podcast for that, and we're working on the second season for Forbidden West. So if you have any questions, then use the hashtag #RivalGaiaCast.
You guys ready?
Are we ready?
Clear debris. There we go.
Chat, are we ready?
Ready or not? Here we go.
Ready. Let's go.
Again, wonderfully made by Martin. I really love how this hat also has physics on it. So if you move left or right, the head, you tilt the head. Yeah, you gotta be smart here. This was I was inspired by like the kill zone turret sections actually, where you ride a buggy or a jeep or whatever. Not kill them for. Ooh, let's make sure I'm not getting hit by those things. So you have this little ride section, right? You can also jump off whenever you feel like, but I'd always like to stay on top of them as long as possible. These guys though. We're moving towards the shield, and we cannot pass the shield as organic beings. So we gotta jump off soonish.
I'm ready for a fight.
Yeah, how many time do we have left?
We have 4 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the machines. There's a cool level with secrets and stuff, but there's also gravel points here, points us forward. Buy machines. This is not this is not how you should play Cauldron. You should kill and explore.
Yeah.
Kill all machines, explore all the hallways.
Exactly.
Not like this. Don't speedrun Cauldrons. Again.
Speedrun everything except for the Cauldrons. Have you been watching speedruns of Cauldrons already? Or?
Yeah, people can be really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's fixed.
Oh, I kind of missed the last part. So you kind of get to enjoy the last 5 seconds of the drones welding on the head, but I was totally not looking towards it, so totally missed it. Hey, look at this Triforce.
Oh, we found another one. That's good.
I thought I heard singing.
You might have seen my button combination I used. To build this.
You should have like a camera on the on the controller.
You haven't seen a camera, right?
Yes.
Could have used it.
Oh yeah, like a little corner to see what we're doing.
And the grand ending. So it's funny, this Cauldron we made backwards actually, because we knew how we wanted to end it. And then I think this is the only one I like to design chronologically. So the way you start it and then end it.
Yeah.
And this was done the other way around. So we knew how to end it,
Yeah. The epic
but not how to
ending.
start it. All right. Hopefully this will get us out of the Cauldron. We used the Tonix EMP to reboot the Cauldron. So as you can see, if the EMP happens, you can see the shockwave traveling through the Cauldron.
Yeah.
The arm gets shocked, releases the Tonic. Lights go out, it reboots, and then the epic ending, the epic finale.
Oh, the music.
Yes.
The music.
Again,
So
Bastian, really done.
Always
Really well done.
It worked.
You have some control over the camera, but not too much, because we really wanted to have control over what you see.
Yeah.
This is the door we saw earlier.
Beautiful sky.
Yes. Nice purples and pinks.
So good.
Yeah, this has to be my favorite child.
It's good to breathe some fresh air again.
Purely because of the ending.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
beautiful.
cool.
It's gorgeous. Also the storm up
I should have
there.
photo moded here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm in the sequence, I can't. Oh, totally screwing up the photo mode. Sorry, guys.
So well designed, people are saying.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Someone is saying my reaction was I live here now. Surreal moment.
Thanks so much.
Bob Ross landscape. Nice. Yes. Yeah, this was amazing.
Yay!
And perfectly in time.
Thanks for having me, Anna.
Yeah, great. This is also a photo mode working.
Right? Yeah.
Just seeing
Setting
it like
the tonic
walk off
free.
in the
Yeah,
distance
the big guy.
and getting on his little route. Yeah, very cool.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to the full screen camera
Cool.
so we can say
Yay.
goodbye. And yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for
this
having me.
stream. It was really great. It was actually quite nice that we get to do like 2 different
Yeah,
conferences because
yeah.
we see the differences, we see the things that are kind of overlapping, and the way you designed this with everyone. So yeah, it was great.
It was
to
really
have you
fun.
on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I might be able to join for the other two as well.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna.
Maybe salvage contracts as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the chat will love that too.
Cool.
I think I see a lot of people in the chat.
Thanks, Chad.
DG Techrest is saying he must come back for all Cauldrons. Yes.
I love the Horizon community. It's such a great community.
Yes. Well, thank you all, and we'll see you next week. I think it's going to be Shantae and me again, and we're going to just play through the rest of this area. So see you next week, hopefully at the same time.
Bye, guys.
Bye!
Woo.